Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today is a game we all know and love. Contra. Konami's pinnacle of this looks like kind of like Contra 2 being in the cityscape instead of the jungles like the first one. The bullet was just so slow, it just hovered. Are you kidding me, dude? It is funny how like our bullets are like across the screen. Those are just like dee 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 dee, and it's very like it kind of screws you up because you try to jump over them and they're still just like hovering there. Love the spreader. Like this is pretty much the pinnacle of the. I mean, there are so many different guns in Contra that you can get. The jumping is not as good. Like he just kind of didn't really do what you want him to do. I'm so used to the like actual. Like, he doesn't really go far. He just kind of jumps almost straight up. And there's no, like, go, dude. Like, there's no... It's like he's being blown in a direction. And I don't like that. I don't recall that being so bad in the original game. Or in any of the ones on any other systems. It feels like something is off on this one. Really? God damn it. That's kind of cheesy, too. That kind of sucks. For the most part, it feels like this game's kind of on easy, where everything is a little slower. I mean, it is level 1. But again, the bullets, man, I'm telling you, slow-mo bullets are honestly almost worse than fast bullets. He barely made that jump. I was there all the way at the edge and still barely clipped it. It's like, it's not. Duck, dude, duck. It sucks. Yeah, I don't like the jump in this game at all. It feels very underwhelming and like it's just not done right. It looks like the guys from Metroid. Like every time I go to, oh, I like this one. That's kind of nice. The heat sinking is what I'm assuming the H stands for now that I saw that. I think I want to keep this one. Especially for shit that's going to be coming underneath me all day. See, that's the other issue. That sucked. Yeah, I think the main thing to take away on this game, the worst thing about this game, I really feel is the jumping in every aspect. Like, he jumps very high for no reason, but he does not jump very far. It seems that, oh, son of a... Wow, that sucked. I wasn't even paying attention. I went to duck, but it was not ducking. More my issue than the... I don't think it's controlling. I think it was just I was pushing it, but I was also doing a little bit on the other side, so... We're going to play a little bit more. I mean, we've already seen... We again. God damn it, dude. I meant to see if we can actually change levels. I mean, it's still a good Contra game. I just really think that the jumping is poorly done. Like, let's not sugarcoat anything. I think the jumping is very poorly done. Like, you literally have to be really on top of things. And still, I think it's going to be the one thing that you die from the most in this entire game is going to be jumping. Whether it's because you jump so high. What the? You have got to be fucking kidding me, dude. That's what I get for not doing what I just discovered the first time we did this. I thought with my spread, I would just be able to be down there and hit him. Didn't work. Love the heat sinking. And then the kind of sneaky things where they... I don't want that either. And you can't jump. There's no way in hell we can jump over it. The jump is not good enough. We're either... There we go. We have to just sit there and wait. I don't understand why it's doing that. That's the third time that I go to push down and it does not duck. I don't get what... It really is kind of aggravating. Really? This is still... We continue, but we're still at the very start. Yeah, even having the very faintest pushing forward, you literally have to stop and, like, hope that your controller has no in the middle, because, like, even the slightest move and you get up, and that's what's causing the problems. So, like, I'm doing it, but then I go to duck, but my finger kind of hits the forward just like a hair, a little bit. Not even that much, but that's enough that you get up and get moving, and then you die. I don't think there's any reason to get the second. And then that, like, you have to be slightly more over. It's not hitting them. I mean, it's got a few issues. Nothing major, but, you know, they're there. And you can't just hold... See, like, you can't hold diagonally and then just stand there and shoot. You're always moving. So, like, any forward momentum, you're just kind of... And that kind of sucks, too. You can't just stand there and shoot up. So, like, on bosses where you're going to have to do that, it's going to be shitty. Like, still want that one. It's the same thing, only better. Like, there's no reason not to do that. No, no! Damn it! I knew that was going to happen as soon as I did that. Yeah, because you can't just shoot down. It's a diagonal game, so like we're so fucked on that. This is how you gotta do it. Like if you're lucky, you gotta do this. That's how you shoot down. And of course, the ship didn't blow up. Like I said, for the most part, you know, the game is great and it's fine. It's a good Contra game, but you could see some glaring issues that are problematic. I mean, part of it is user error. Every fucking time, because now see, having that heat sinking one here would be amazing. Ooh, I thought I got hit there for a second. Oh, come on! That is fucking bullshit. We're all the way over there and then we just get hit. Like, it is a typical Contra game in how, like, it's unforgiving. It can be very not hard and very hard at the same time. There is the Contra cheese. Let's not even pretend that Konami didn't do it, because it was everywhere, rampant in all the games. Honestly, it's partially user error, but I feel like it's partially overtuned to the point where holding like any pushing of the the forward button changes no matter what you're doing. Boom, up and doing the stuff. You can't stand there and just sit and do things. Like, there's a few cruxes that make the game a little more frustrating than anything. I just want to see, because it shows you, I just want to see if you can change the level for whatever. Yeah, okay, you can. I'm just curious how to screw around with it. So this is kind of cool that you can play whatever level you want. I mean, I'm kind of on the fence on if I like that or the other one. This almost works better as a as this top down. Aha! My bad. Can we jump? We cannot jump. Okay. We have to fight the suck on this one. Alright, so those you can't hurt. Alright, the pulsating ones like that, they explode. This one. That was totally my bad on that one. We're going to do that one again. We screwed up pretty badly. I think the fire one in this one's not a bad idea. I don't like the invulnerability where you're trying to shoot them and they're just like, no, 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 we're going to get over here right on top of you first, and then you can try to shoot us. I think the way this blows up, it might be more functional. Because it shoots through stuff. Alright, we're not going to try to... Gotta take our time. Whoa, 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 we bastard. There he is. Alright, you can kind of see them right there, like there's one right there. Damn it, I was trying. You do not move very fast since you can't jump for whatever reason. See, we were right there too. You can't even tell what's hitting him and what's not, and what's doing damage and what's not. Like, I don't know if we're even doing damage to this guy. Like, not being able to jump sucks. Yeah, I mean, it's a good Contra game. Nothing wrong with it. The jumping, well, nothing glaringly wrong with it. Like, the jumping kind of sucks on it, and then all of a sudden the one level that you really could use some jumping, you can't jump at all, which is kind of silly because Rygar shows us that jumping in the top-down space like that works very well and is very doable. So there's no real reason why it couldn't have a jump, and the jump that they had in the regular game really kind of sucked. You jumped like almost straight up in the air, but you had zero like momentum to actually jump, which is really disappointing. So you got to be right on top of things. Kind of user error, but also kind of weird. Like, most of the time it's fine, but then when it really matters and you barely touch the forward while you're ducking, you just stand up and take a bullet to the face. I don't know why in certain spots it was doing it more than others, but all in all, I mean, it's Contra at its core, definitely. I mean, it's a good little game. It seems a little shorter. It's definitely a little toned down than, you know, some of the other ones. Obviously, due to limitation and being a Game Boy game, you know, maybe they felt like they couldn't do as much. Maybe they couldn't. All in all, good game. It is definitely a great Contra game. Better than some of the other ones that they wound up kind of half-assing later on. Still good. But like I said, it had some glaring issues. It feels like it was rushed. It's kind of more what the gameplay kind of feels like. I really didn't like on the bug boss that you couldn't tell if you were doing any damage or not. But again, like if we were able to jump, we would have actually got there with the weapon. They didn't have anything else on that long stretch. Like they gave you tons of super weapons all the way through, and then that last like quarter of the level, they're just like, if you die, you're going in there with, you know, the basics, and which is fine, not a big deal. But I really wish you could tell if you're doing damage, some kind of signal, because I don't know if there's only one part of the enemy that you can destroy or hit or do whatever, and there's a lot going on. So like the fact that you don't move very fast too, that boss had all these things going on, and you move kind of sluggish and no jumping, really makes like boss fights like that on this top down very, very not overly, player friendly, and it's more annoyance. And I mean, yeah, there's a bit of a skill thing, but it's really hard to do stuff when your guy doesn't move very well. He doesn't run. There's no run button. There's no jump button. You're just kind of going, and you're just hoping that you make it there. And some of the, like all those things that are shooting out of the walls with very little space, so the hitbox is a little off. So you're one little hair off, and you're getting hit for no reason when you shouldn't have. And it's also because you can't move faster than anything, and you can't jump, so you're kind of just screwed. So that part is a little disappointing, and could have been developed better, could have been improved upon. But all in all, still a great Contra game, something fun to do on Game Boy, definitely playable, definitely a game that you can own, have fun with, enjoy yourself. You're getting to pick whatever the first 4 levels that you want to start on. I don't know if there's more afterwards, or if it's just those 4. We didn't quite get there, but still, a very fun game, very good. Love Contra. Has a little bit of its problems, but in the end, it's still a very playable, very overcoming kind of game. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining, guys. Having a good time.